Okay.
Geh weg, Marc.
Was ist da hinter der Wolke?
Guck mal hier.
Ich seh's.
Guck mal, siehst du
Der
das?
geht hinter der Sonne.
Ey, der eine geht hinter der Sonne.
Das ist ja krass.
Siehst du es? Hast du es? Ey, was ist das für ein Heiligenschein? Ey, Alter. Hä? Hast du es gesehen? Ich hab's gesehen!
Today's the 4th, right? Today's the 4th? 5th? Oh, so November 5th at whatever time it is. What time is it? What time is it?
16.
Okay, so 10 after 6. And I want you to see how those clouds light up. I forgot to re-look at that in that last video. I want you to see how those clouds light up just when it goes under the moon, and yet when it moves away, it darkens back up. Now, friends, if those clouds were in our atmosphere, then the whole tops of them would light up, not just the ones right under the moon. And then they darken as soon as they go away. But, you know, if the moon was shining down on all the clouds, then it would be lighting a whole bunch of them on their tops, not just the ones right under the moon. And look at that. You can see clouds going behind the moon. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. There's the moon. Okay. Looky there. Huh? So, naysayers, please explain to me how that moon has 0 clouds going in front of it, while those clouds are going behind the moon, and these clouds are lighting up as they go by the moon and darkening up as they move away. Okay? I just want you to see that for a minute. Oh, look, there's a big, thick one that's standing up that is going to go in front of the moon, I believe. Nope, it's going behind the moon. Well, for heaven's sake, what do you know about that? It's getting pretty dark for me to be able to get video, but except for right by the light. But I just want you to see how they're darkening up after they go by. I may have to zoom in so you can see any movement. That's how slow these things are. Huh. I'm still not seeing much movement. Wow. Now you can see the movement up close. But look how as they move, they darken up as they move away. Okay? So that is definitely directly in the presence of the moonlight, not in our atmosphere. There is no way that those are in our atmosphere, or they would be lighting up completely. Like what happens when we have regular clouds. Look at the ones above it. Oh, look at that. Look at that. You want to tell me how the ones freaking above the moon are lighting up? You want to know why? Because they're not above the moon. They're behind the moon. They are behind the moon. I am astonished right now. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Those are behind the moon. Because look. Look. Dun dun dun, Mr. Moon. And poof. Moon. No clouds. Poof. Lots of clouds. So, there you have it, friends.
One flight that should be a simple 11-hour shot across the Indian Ocean is from Johannesburg, South Africa to Perth, Australia. However, this flight takes a detour north, stopping in either Dubai, Hong Kong, or Malaysia to refuel, for a total flight time averaging over 18 hours. This ridiculously wayward detour is frustrating to say the least, but on the flat Earth map starts to make sense. Another quick and easy flight, you would think, is from Johannesburg to Santiago, Chile. While an easy 12-hour flight below the Tropic of Capricorn is to be expected, instead every flight crosses the equator to refuel in Senegal, all the way near the Tropic of Cancer, for a total flight time of 19 hours. Though it doesn't make sense on the globe, as you can see it fits perfectly on the flat Earth map. A third flight from Johannesburg is to São Paulo, Brazil, which should be a direct 10-hour flight across the 25th degree south latitude. But instead, every flight crosses into the north to stop in London to refuel, making the total flight time 24 hours. From Santiago, Chile to Sydney, Australia, a straight 15-hour flight across the South Pacific is expected, despite refueling options in either New Zealand or any island in the South Pacific. The flight stops all the way at Los Angeles to refuel before continuing south to its destination. As already stated, these detours make no sense on the globe, but are explained and work perfectly well on the flat Earth map.
The sun goes around in a circle, and it takes 24 hours for the sun to circle the flat Earth in one day. And the sun's circles get bigger and smaller depending on the time of the year. In June, the sun is circling over the Tropic of Cancer, So it's got a much tighter circle. In December, the sun is circling over the Tropic of Capricorn, so it's got a much bigger circle. And at the equinoxes, the sun is circling over the equator. Okay, equinox, equator. Now the moon also circles above the flat Earth, but the moon is slightly slower than the sun. The moon takes 24 hours and 50 minutes to circle the flat Earth. That's what's called a lunar day. It's slightly slower than the sun. So where the sun takes 24 hours to make one 360-degree circle, which is 15 degrees an hour, the moon takes 24 hours and 50 minutes to make one 360-degree circle, which equates to only 14.5 degrees per hour. So the moon, because it's slightly slower, it loses a half a degree on the sun per hour. So this half a degree per hour equals 12 degrees per day. So as the sun and the moon circle above in the firmament, the moon loses 12 degrees per day on the sun. And this 12-degree loss causes the lunar phases. So as you see here in this little animation, we've got the sun and the moon circling above, 1 hour at a time. And by the time the sun gets back to its original position at 12 noon, after one full day has gone by, the moon has lost 12 degrees on the sun. And this happens every day. And this loss of 12 degrees per day is what's going to cause the phases of the moon. So if you were to look up at the sky on day 1 at midnight in New Jersey, the moon would be here. And if you were to look up at the sky at the exact same time on day 2, the moon would be here. It's lost 12 degrees. It's 12 degrees further to the east. And if you were to look up at the sky at midnight on day 3, the moon would be 12 degrees further, and 12 degrees further, and so on and so forth. The moon loses 12 degrees per day, and this causes the phases of the moon. And I did my best to try to animate this for you so you could see it and understand it better. Now the stars are slightly different. There's something known as a sidereal day, which is slightly shorter than a solar day. A solar day is a true 24 hours. A sidereal day, or a stellar day, is what's slightly shorter by 4 minutes. A stellar day is only 23 hours and 56 minutes. So because it's 4 minutes faster than a regular day, this 4 minutes equates to 1 degree. So the stars all rotate around Polaris every single day, but because they're slightly faster than the sun, it gains 1 degree per day, and this causes the stars to shift 1 degree per day roughly, or roughly 7 degrees per week. So if you were to look up at the sky at the same time every day, they're going to be slightly different.